U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that can be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. On second down, Cook. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Second down, Cousins. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. This defense for the Bears, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Cousins gives way to Cook. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He wants it all for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So pass interference, the call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. 1st quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here now the Bears offense for their 1st drive of the game. Leading him out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age, it's Justin Fields.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they'd get a sweep of the season series. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. On play action, Fields. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it's the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Cousins to throw it. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he goes out right around the 39. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Flush to his right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Joseph on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Vikings defense getting ready to go. And a big the Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down? Danielle Hunter, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Montgomery, a first down and then some. And down to the 28-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On first and 10, here's Fields. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And now out comes Minnesota. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Cousins on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So still 14 yards to go, second down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Play fake, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is Jakeem Grant. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 2nd and 5. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown Bears. Darnell Mooney, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Cousins. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, and maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And he will have the Bears first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cohen. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a first down throw, Fields eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields being chased out left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Sends it to the sideline, and Mooney makes the catch. And he is out of bounds here.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So the challenge does not sway the official's decision. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. On 1st down, it's Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs. And they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They're quickly to Thielen here. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. The return from his end zone is Grant. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Play action. It's Fields. He'll buy some time right. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they're going to speed things up here. Fields on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 at this point. This is 3rd and 9. To the air again, Fields. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Sliding out of the pocket. Touchdown. That's caught. Marquise Goodwin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Come on now.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returnable for Grant. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
So now Fields and the Bears down 28-21, 2:15 remaining. They'll have 2 timeouts and, of course, also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on first down. And some space here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Flushed out right. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Here's a give running left. It's Cohen. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get...
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you that you are the unit they believe in. But we'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here's Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league. And they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Minnesota, they get a Week 18 victory to make that final mark a bit more palatable at 6-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.